Hi everyone, welcome to Battlestar Galactica. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. The Cylons have finally found Earth. But unfortunately, it is the Earth of the Planet of the Apes. Just wanted to show off a couple of Galactica figures by Mattel with the Super7 Planet of the Apes playset. And as I talk about what happened in 2014, 2015, I want you to notice the similarity between Super7's Planet of the Apes line, which is one of my favorite toy lines of all time, with Mattel's Battlestar Galactica line. And you tell me that these are not inspired. The Planet 8 figures were not inspired by the Mattel line. This looks nothing like a Kenner Star Wars package. It definitely looks like a Mattel Battlestar Galactica package. Just look at Nova there. But back to 2014, 2015. In those days, Funko was the huge company that had a gigantic success with Funko Pops, which is still huge today. One of the best-selling toy lines in history. And they teamed up with Super7, if you recall, to issue a Alien line, I believe in 2013, based on some Kenner prototypes that were never issued. And those figures did so well that they decided to pick up almost every license you can imagine and issue reaction retro style figures. They were trying to recreate that magic of Funko Pop, like a whole nother phenomena where everyone was just going to collect every reaction figure that came out. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. They were very popular for a while. They kind of failed and sputtered out after a few years. And a lot of it had to do with, I believe, the figures not being sculpted properly. Some of them couldn't even hold their weapons. Some of the packaging, the bubbles fell off due to really bad glue used, but there was a lot of problems with them. They're very, very collectible. There are fans today who still love those early days of that collaboration between Super7 and Funko, but in the end it failed, and both companies separated, went their separate ways, which I agree with. Funko, you do your pop thing, and Super7 is really thriving today with their reaction figures, which are incredible. Just look at the Planet 8 figures that I just showed, and their Ultimate line. But back then, they acquired the rights. Funko had the rights to, I believe, Buck Rogers and Battlestar Galactica. And it was mentioned on their reaction website, which no longer exists, that they were going to be coming out with Battlestar Galactica figures based on the original series and I believe the reimagined series. But unfortunately, with the collapse of that collaboration, the Battlestar Galactica license lapsed, the Buck Rogers license lapsed for those fans of Buck Rogers, and again, we never got to see Battlestar Galactica figures. I mean, it's the story with Galactica. We always end up getting the short end of the stick with companies losing the license or something happening where it just doesn't come to fruition, just doesn't happen. So that is the story of Funko's reaction Battlestar Galactica line, a line that basically died before it even came out. They did issue some Funko Pops that did very, very well. They were supposed to be followed up with the reaction line, but it just didn't happen. Now, as for Super7, one of my favorite companies, please reach out to them, email them. Maybe they'll do like a Cylon. That would be right up their alley. They don't have to pay any licensing fees to any actors. Just get the Galactica license, and they could do Cylons. They could do a glow-in-the-dark Cylon, a stealth Cylon, retro Cylons, whatever they want. But at least we would have something new, something to look forward to add to our collections. So that is the story of the Funko Battlestar Galactica, what could have been action figure line of 2015, 2016. I believe those were the dates. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Just a little trip down memory lane. If anyone has any more information, maybe there were some drawings of the figures that were going to come out, please let me know. I love to share it with the community out there. Everyone have a great Galactica day. Please subscribe to the channel. Please let me know what you thought of this episode, and I will see you soon.